Welcome to our White Towel panel video. You can also subscribe to our podcast through Apple Podcasts. Give us a rating if you like it. Send us suggestions. Continue to read our stories, listen to our podcast, and watch our video ad. That's
happened to the cast of the Bridge of the River Kwai that we had last week.
Yeah,
cutbacks, I guess.
Cutback. Well, no, our beat writers are still employed. They're actually working on the road. So, speaking of on the road, Canucks get hammered in. While we have seen a win sprinkled in here and there, this is sort of a prolonged period of struggling for them after they looked so solid over the first 2 months of the season. Are you surprised by this at all?
Well, I've got two views of this. I'm surprised it happened so fast. It's usually kind of like I was thinking more like a slower decline. There's holes on this team. But I'd say this. If you talk to 10 people who are fairly knowledgeable about the team, I think they all had the same take. They're improved. They're probably going to hang around a playoff spot, but ultimately they don't have the horses to get there this year. The real test will come 2-3 years down the road when this young core is a little more mature. And I think that's what we're seeing play out. But the thing is that the Canucks created these sense of expectations with that start in October, and I think people really wanted to think that's it. It's instantaneous. The worst of it is over. This team has arrived, and I think it's fair to say that that categorization is now open to reinterpretation.
So, you say they raised expectations with their start, but when you look at their start, Miller was doing what he was, people thought he could do. The blue line had really solidified itself, and their young players were playing well. Now, okay, fine, you can make the argument they don't have the horses, but which team is closer to what they really are? Because, we haven't seen the in-between. They've either been great or now they're really struggling. Where does this team land for you?
Well, okay, so we're a quarter of the way through the season. I go back to the Bill Parcells thing. You are what your record says you are. And what are they? They're a couple of games under 500. Trending in the wrong way, yeah. But I think, when you take out the wide-angle lens, I think if people would have said to you after like 20, 21 games, they'd be a couple of games under 500, you go, yeah, that probably sounds about right. Having said all that, there's also the little matter of the last 4 years to consider in this, and that's the backdrop against which they're playing right now, and that feeds into this whole narrative too. And I think that's why the people are less inclined to give them the benefit of the doubt right now.
Okay. Great stuff, Ed. Again, you can subscribe to our White Towel podcast, read Ed's stories along with Ben Kuzma and Patrick Johnson on our websites, theprovince.com, vancouver-sun.com, and continue to watch our videos. Thanks for watching.